Nancy Newhart. I'm the curator at Allegheny Highlands Arts and Crafts Center. We're here with Ken Stockton's new exhibit, Well-Traveled Roads, and I'm here with
Connie Baker. I'm the director of Allegheny Highlands Arts and Crafts Center.
The show opens today, March 7th, and will run through April 7th. The Arts and Crafts Center is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 4:30. Kenneth Stockton is a native of the Roanoke area. He went to school at Virginia Western Community College, went to the West Coast for a while with the military, came back, went back to Virginia Western Community College, and then continued his education at the San Francisco Art Institute, where he did large, colorful, abstract pieces, maybe 6 by 8 feet. After a while, I think the city life and a couple of robberies, including one of his paintings, brought him back to Virginia, and so he's been in Virginia ever since. Ken likes to hike and enjoy the mountains, and so a lot of the pieces will be from familiar roads and places we've seen in the area. This one is called Labyrinth, and it is a meditational labyrinth that's at a church in Roanoke, Virginia.
So a lot of Ken's has a lot of trees and a lot of clouds. I think you liked this one. Tell me about this.
I like Virginia because although I enjoy his big format pieces, his little ones to me are almost like little jewels, where in this one you've got those lovely lavender flowers in the foreground, and yet you still got all the distance way back to the mountains and as the colors change, and then his clouds. His clouds always grab my attention. Mm-hmm. They're just wonderful.
I noticed this one, Nancy, isn't quite as detailed as some of his others.
No, it's more like a memory or a dream, and this has been sort of fogged in, but of course you might get fog at the foot of the peaks anyway, but it's just a really intriguing piece. And then there's another piece with an elk skull in the show that's an homage to Georgia O'Keeffe, who used skulls in her work frequently. Sunday at McAfee Knob is apparently a big activity for people who hike in the Roanoke area. And another reason I like this one of Ken's is because the closer you get to it, the more you can see between the eagles and the birds soaring and all the people sitting on ledges and rock faces around that particular top of the knob. I understand it's one of the most popular places in Virginia to hike, and that you now take a transit bus from the parking area to the knob because the parking spaces are so frequently filled up.
Oh, wow.
But Ken's caught it at a great time of day, and you can see which way the wind is blowing by that tree on the right.
Mm-hmm. And yes, and the closer you get, you can see all these little details of people enjoying sitting there. So this one is even more different than the other pieces that he has here. Tell me about that piece.
This piece is actually done with automotive paint. He had a friend who was a paint representative for Porsche and some other high-end automobiles, and he shared some of that paint with Ken, and Ken used that paint to do this piece, which he said was one of his mother's favorites, and hung in her living room as long as she was there.
So did he pour, or did he actually use
It looks
brushes?
like he's used brushes. He may have dropped some things from time to time. And I think it's interesting when I talked to him and found out about his background as a contemporary abstract artist, that he's kind of reverted to a radically different style in terms of doing this one, and yet when you back off from it, you see that it's a growing season and there's water.